Good day, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Rolling in Crypto. Hope everybody's doing well. I know the crypto markets as of today have not been very favorable for most of us, but as we talked about in our last episode, this is a buying opportunity, so make sure that you take advantage of that. And with that said, let's just make sure that everybody understands this is not financial advice. This is information, in my opinion. If you're seeking financial advice, seek out from a professional. But this is not financial advice for you. This is just a group that we are creating that everybody to share information. Now I've gotten a few emails about some of the lingo that goes on in the crypto world. There's jargon and innuendos and acronyms and all kinds of things like that. And people are like, what does this mean? What does this mean? So I decided to do a little video, and this will kind of still fall into the Crypto 101 genre, but just on some of the things that the terminology that gets used in our industry, and just explain it so that you kind of understand what everybody else is talking about. So let's take a look at my screen here and see what everybody is talking about. So if you haven't started following things like Reddit and other people's tweets, it's a good thing that, once again, as we've talked about, this is why we've created this group, is because there's so many things out there. You can follow Instagram, Reddit, Facebook, Twitter. There's just Telegram. There's just a multitude of things to follow. Nobody can follow them all, and there's a lot of good information out there, a lot of bad information out there. So we want to join forces with as many people as we can and have everybody weed through the junk, and let's get some real information. Let's make some really big money by getting to the real good information. So one of the terminology, you'll hear it if you start getting into the social media part of this, is the word diamond hands. Elon Musk put it in a May tweet: diamond hands is a meme popularized by crypto and stock traders on Reddit. It connotes a hardcore adherence to the Huddle philosophy, which means hold on for dear life, which is another acronym that that gets used a lot. Is often used by online groups that have banded together to try to drive up the price of a meme coin or other asset. GameStop is one that really comes to mind. The related but derogatory term for skittish traders are paper hands. So if you got paper hands, you're buying high and selling low. But diamond hands are the people who stay in there and make the money. FOMO, I think this one is a little more popular term. It stands for fear of missing out. This is, if anybody out there has had any sales training, you'll know this term well. It's one of the things that you use to finish a sale. You want people, it's fear of loss is is what the people are more afraid of losing than they are of winning, believe it or not. So as salespeople, you want to prey on that, or prey is the right word, but you want to use that to your advantage to make the people think, and that's why there are always deadlines on coupons, deadlines on promotions, because if you didn't have the deadline, you wouldn't act upon it. But because of fear of losing that promotion, you're going to act upon it sooner or quicker, and because you have a fear of missing out on that promotion. It is generally the most intense when markets are rising fast. So when people see the rocket ship going up, which is another term, they're like, oh no, I want to get in, and that's when a lot of people end up buying in high. And then of course the market can turn on a dime, heads back down, and those paper hands go to work and they sell their product very, very cheaply. As Warren Buffett said, the time to buy is when there's blood in the streets. And so as of right now, prices aren't really doing that great unless you've been holding for a long time. It's time to buy. At least be buying a little bit. It's not time to sell. FOMO can lead to emotional trading and bad decision making. It's dangerous because hindsight is 20/20, making it all too easy to regret the gains you would have made if you only had timed your trades perfectly. And nobody, occasionally you'll get lucky in time and trade perfectly, but that just very rarely ever happens. You can look at, oh, it was down here and it was up here. If I'd have just done those 2 times, I would have made this much money. Well, no, because you didn't know when it was going to stop and you didn't know when it was going to turn around. A good way to reduce FOMO is to have a strategy and stick to it. And we've talked about that in previous episodes. Is dollar cost averaging, which is probably one of the best systems. If you're a really good chart reader, you can learn how to get in, read the tea leaves, see the signals, and learn to get in at better times or get out at better times. Dollar cost averaging kind of takes care of all that for you. You're going to get in at some good times, you're going to get at some bad times, but it all averages out. Just the chart here says, for DCA, dollar cost averaging, which is one of my favorite ways to invest. FUD stands for fear, uncertainty, and doubt. It's a classic public relations and propaganda tactic. The idea is to warp public perception about a product, technology, or candidate by strategically releasing misinformation designed to create a negative emotional response. So one of the things that the large investors do like to do is they have a network of propaganda. So when they want to drive a price down because they're getting ready to make a large purchase, and think about it, if you're getting ready to buy several $1 million worth of crypto, it would behoove you to have the price dip. And rather than waiting on a dip, they force a dip, and they can do it by selling out a position, putting fear into the market, uncertainty and doubt. Oh, is crypto coming to the end? Is crypto over with? Is this the end of crypto? And with the internet now, anybody can produce anything and say just about anything they want, because it is just information most of the time. So you can say crypto will be out of business in 6 weeks and not get in trouble for it. So FUD, you have to watch out for. You have to kind of take into your own account, do you believe that crypto is here to stay? Do you believe that Bitcoin is a sound investment? If you do, invest in it, stick to it, dollar cost average, make good decisions, and don't get paper hands and sell as soon as things get bad. That's the time to get your average purchase price down lower. So I typically really like, especially big drops, because usually after big drops you get a big pop. So look at dips in the market as buying opportunities. Now, sometimes, a dip can last a long time, but if you're in this for the long haul, if you're looking at a 5-10 year horizon for this, what does it matter if a dip is 4 or 5 months long? You don't really care. You're looking at the end game. The flippening is a hypothetical event in which Ethereum's market cap will one day eclipse Bitcoin. It can also be used to describe any similar situation where a smaller or less established token or protocol might overtake a larger rival. And that's going on every day. Bitcoin's dominance on the market is being bitten into, even by the smaller coins, Solana, Cardano. Those are stealing some of Bitcoin's dominance away. And there's more and more people every single day getting into Bitcoin, or should I say cryptocurrencies. So even though Bitcoin's dominance is eroding, the entire crypto market is exploding. Huddle, this is one of my favorite terms. Huddle is probably the most prevalent piece of crypto slang, and it's even with these exchanges. There's programs called Huddle to hodl your money. You put your money on Huddle. It originally came from a drunken typo in a subject line of a 2013 Bitcoin forum post. I'm hodling, and it should have said I'm holding. But the term is an acronym for hold on for dear life, usually pronounced hodl. It simply means buy and hold for the long term, no matter what the market's doing. Bitcoin fans have even retroactively turned it into an acronym that stands on "Hold on for dear life." I believe that's what the original term was anyway. So I don't know if I believe that the Bitcoin forum is what created the hodling, but who knows? The original forum post is riddled with typos, but the underlying message was precedent. At the time, Bitcoin's value had plummeted from 1242 to 480. And that's a significant drop right there in a month. Panic traders were bailing out. All the paper hands were out there doing their thing. But Game Kayubi, the real name Mike, a programmer, he wasn't selling. In a zero-sum game such as this, he wrote, traders can only take your money if you sell. And that is so true. I like to advance my position in times like that. My problem is I did not know the power of blockchain. And as like a lot of people still do, they just don't understand what cryptocurrency is, what it can do, and what it means to the world going forward. I didn't understand. I was just a stock market investor, especially a dividend investor, which I'm a hodler in the stock market. I hold on, I buy quality items, and then I hold them and let the dividends come in, and then I reinvest the dividends, which is my same strategy for crypto. I buy quality coins that are growing. I find ones that you can stake and make a good interest rate on, and then I keep buying in more on the dips. So let's just discuss that simple strategy, and it's nothing revolutionary. It's the same thing everybody else does. Well, not everybody, but you buy a quality coin, you stake it, you get your dividends or your stake money, you take that money and you buy back more coins on the dips. And right now, you should be spending your interest money on coins because we are in a nice selling opportunity dip right now. The sentiment soon spread throughout the Bitcoin community and countless memes ensued. Crypto has experienced multiple bull and bear cycles, but so far, at least, Huddle has been very good advice. I mean, just imagine if you were, everybody said this, but just imagine even 5 years ago, 4 years ago, if you were in Bitcoin 4 years ago and you went through the 2 or 3 dips that we've had in that period, you would be sitting pretty right now. And that chart goes from the left up to the right, and it hasn't really deviated from that other than these, roadblocks, a few dips in the road. But those are buying opportunities. Those are opportunities for you to make more money. Laser eyes. Now, this is one that I'm actually not familiar with. So in 2021, avid Bitcoin proponents began signaling their support for the cryptocurrency by adding laser eyes to their Twitter photo. NFL superstar Tom Brady, Paris Hilton, Elon Musk, Wyoming Senator Cynthia Lummis, and MicroStrategy CEO Michael Saylor are a few of the famous names who have taken part. The meme is also associated with the hashtag laser ray until 10,000K, which means that we're going to hold on to Bitcoin until it reaches 100,000, which I suspect that happens in 2022. Meme coin. Meme coins. I don't really invest in meme coins. I'll play with them just as a momentum trade occasionally, but I'm not a big proponent of meme coins. Dogecoin is the original meme coin. It's literally a cryptocurrency based on a meme that was popular around the time it was invented. But in 2021, when Dogecoin dramatically rose in value, a huge wave of other tokens with absurd names emerged, in part made possible by the decentralized exchanges like SushiSwap, which allow anyone to easily list a token. In May of 2021, Ethereum co-founder Vitalik Buterin donated more than 1 billion in Dogecoin-inspired meme coins like Akita, Sheeb, and Dogelon Mars. That's from Elon. The symbol is Elon, towards COVID relief efforts in India and other causes. Which that right there just goes to show you that if you're donating billions, the value really isn't that great. So I don't put any money in. Only stuff that I can throw away is the only money I put in meme coins. The coins had been deposited in Buterin's crypto wallet in an attempt to make traders believe he was an investor. Meme coins. To the moon, that's when your crypto is taking off and it's going to the moon. So that one's pretty self-explanatory. I'll send you to the moon, Alice. Pump and dump. This is common in stocks as well as in cryptocurrency. It's a coordinated effort to artificially inflate the price of an asset and cash out before it tumbles back to earth. And this is very prevalent in crypto. It's prevalent in stocks. The SEC tries to prevent this stuff, but with so much, and this is why this group is here, is to weed out this type of garbage and protect our group from junk like this. And this stuff just really makes me angry, because they can use legitimate avenues to put out this garbage, and some of it will make sense to you, even to a sophisticated investor. Some of it makes sense, but a lot of it isn't true. And there's really nobody to police it. That's why we have to protect us and our group. So please, if you have somebody who invests in any type of crypto, or altcoins, please get them in this group. We can use their expertise. They can use our expertise. We want to go through this together, and we want to make every single person in here more money with crypto. We don't sell anything here, so this is just a group for us to help each other. As prices rise, the schemers will, it's kind of like a rug pull with this. They'll promote it, and they got a bunch of people involved, and they have bots that put out fake information. They attract more investors, and then when people put some money in, and all of a sudden it actually starts making some money, then it seems like, oh, this is real. So they tell some friends, like we would tell on our network here, friends. But somebody gets left holding the bag, and that means when the stock drops, and if you're a hodler, well, you're going to be left holding nothing, because a lot of times it goes to zero and disappears, and you're left holding nothing but a tax deduction. Wrecked. This is what happens if you get swept out by FOMO and end up becoming the victim of a pump and dump. You get wrecked. Getting wrecked is, in its original gaming context, means to lose badly. And the definition is pretty much the same in crypto. Yeah, that's what we want to avoid. Anytime you spot a scam, or you think something is a scam, or you think it's a pump and dump, please contact us, put it in the comments, email us directly, DM us. Let's put an end to this stuff. Let's all of us combine forces and put it into pump and dumps as best we can. I think everybody knows what a whale is. It's definitely a Vegas term. It's somebody who has a lot of money and spends a lot of money. The biggest holders of cryptos are known as whales. For Bitcoin, anyone with more than 1,000 Bitcoin is generally considered a whale. I must be considered a baby minnow, if that's what a whale is. Unlike the vast majority of crypto traders, whales have the potential to move markets with their trades. And that's what I was alluding to earlier is, when one of these whales wants to make a move, they will sell their coins, which drives the market down, put out negative propaganda about Bitcoin, and then buy back in, which instantly drives the market back up. It's unfair, but we can take advantage of these moves and profit from them. So we have to be aware of what's going on. A lot of times when these dips come, it's not anything for any reason. It's just because somebody is manipulating the market. So if you're holding, you hold, you take advantage of the dip, you buy, keep holding, and then at some point, you'll want to start taking some profits. But that's in the future, depending on how much you invest, depending on how much you profited. But it never hurts to take out profits, especially depending on what your timeline is. Hey, that's all I have for you today. Thanks for stopping by. I really appreciate it. Please like, comment, and subscribe. We're a new group, but we're a growing group. We're growing very fast, and we want to grow even faster because we want to make more money. So the more people we have, the more information we can sift, and the more truth that we can do. Thank you again, everybody, for stopping by, and I'll see you tomorrow.